Oops, wrong intro. Let's play the right intro. Hold on. Know you wish you had my Levi jeans when you're popping out your phone. Put it down to the ground. Baby, you know I'm on my bullshit. I'll let you rodeo in your room, that shoe breaks loose with perfect time. Y'all wanna tease me in them jeans, girl. Okay, when everybody come in, what's up? What's up? We're gonna talk about the 80, dozens of missing children. Yep. So there's a dozen of missing children right now. I don't even know why this is right. Well, and Virginia. Let me see. And I thought I could put their face on here, but I put it in the wrong thumbnail. Let me put this on. So if y'all coming in, we're talking about the 80 dozen missing children. Well, dozen missing children. In Virginia, and how Virginia was starting to downplay the missing children and what happened and have you not. Let's see. Now they saying that it was a hoax mass kidnapping, but then they tried to come out and say it was a lie and this and that. The videos were fake, right? Well, these tabloids been picking it up. I don't know what's going on with Virginia. First they're saying it's a lie, it's not true. There are not dozens of children missing. And the way that this came more information about was TikTok. And then y'all know Chris Brown is, shout out to Chris Brown, he's from Virginia. So when he got word of mouth that that the children were missing, Chris was like, okay, what's going on at home? Like, why are all these kids missing? Have y'all found them? Have y'all talked about it? Is there media coverage? First we hearing it's not true, and then to come out and find out it's not 80 of them, it's a dozen of children. Like, what is really the tea, right? So he was like, listen, like, y'all get back and forth with it, right? Hold on, let me see if I can share my screen, because I want to read what it say. We're gonna get into the Independent. It's still loading. Okay. So now the police is saying, oh, well, it is true, but they're mostly runaways. But you just said it wasn't true. Dozens of kids have gone missing in Virginia over just a few days, but police say the number is below average. Virginia State Police has compelled to address several social media posts raising alarms about missing children across the state. Virginia State Police is not investigating any reports of mass abductions in Virginia, nor is evidence of mass abduction occurring in Virginia, VSP said in a recent news release. According to VSP data, last week there were 88 children, but I thought it wasn't none missing. 88 children reported missing to Virginia Missing Children Clearinghouse, a center for missing child cases. This is below 2025 weekly average of missing children in Virginia, which stands at 98. That's why people say they're not buying it. Because first you say, oh, it's that, but it's not that. But let's continue. State police say that most missing children are runaways, and most of them return shortly after being reported missing. Since January, 3,274 children have been reported missing to the clearinghouse. As of Wednesday, 141 are missing. State police explained Virginia reports more missing children than other states as a national center of missing and exploited kids website because it forwards every missing child case instead of many other clearinghouses that post their case to their own website. Virginia authorities also use two alert pages known as CODI and Amber Alerts to activate a CODI alert. The child's disappearance must be under suspicious circumstances or pose as a credible threat as determined by law enforcement to the safety and health of the children, the state police explained. Okay. So they're saying, listen, we're not having those issues. We don't have this major alert, as everyone is saying, of missing children. They're not missing. That's just a rumor, and that's not true, right? Let's go to TikTok because everybody is saying otherwise. Now they're saying that it was a hoax. It's not a major red flag. It's not something that, oh my God, we have to make this alert, right? Now, when I heard this story, I was like, it's dozens of kids missing, so nobody's taking the time to find them. Nobody is taking the time to see what's going on. They're not putting anything into it. That's weird. That's suspicious. You don't find that suspicious? Hold on. You freaky dancer, dancing for money. Okay. Ooh, baby. They broke this down, didn't they? Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Let's get some insights.
Say no, but that doesn't mean there's not cause for concern. You see, dozens of videos from everyday people have gone viral on social media suggesting children recently reported missing in Virginia are victims of mass abductions. Virginia State Police say there's no evidence that that is actually happening. They keep track of missing people across Virginia, including children, but what I can confirm is still concerning. State police say 88 children were reported missing in Virginia from August 3rd to August 9th. I know that number is startling.
If they're not missing,
yes, that's right.
And it's 83 to 88 from August 3rd, we are now August 17th. You can't tell me all of these babies are runaways. It doesn't make any sense. Like, what? 83 from August 3rd. We're August 17th to 88. Oh, it's not alarming. How is it not alarming? But you just said to the people, oh, we make sure, and they're mostly runaways. They can't be runaways. But when police say no, we have seen it when it comes to Detroit. And when it comes to Indiana, it means a yes.
But state police say that's on average for this time of year, and many of those children are missing because they ran away from home. And usually they return home not long after being reported missing. However, this is not to downplay the importance of finding them. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children told me about the dangers those children still face.
Potential gang recruitment, certainly violence, being the victims of violence, whether it's physical, sexual abuse, homelessness, protracted homelessness, recruitment into child sex trafficking.
The National Center says 91% of their cases are endangered runaways. Right now at WTKR.com, I have a link to the database for missing children in Virginia and across the country. If you see something, say something. Are children in Virginia disappearing?
Let's see if I can pull up that missing children of Virginia real quick. And it could be trafficking. And like I was saying, but yesterday when we talked about um when I got into my new saga, and we were talking about Washington and how things are with children becoming, adults. This is one of the things that will affect these children that go run away when they get with an older man or something like that. This is another thing that will affect them when it's time to find them. When it's time to find them, being able to be considered an adult, this is one of the things that's going to be a major effect. So while I'm letting that load, oh, here we go. Dang, that popped up, kid. They weren't playing, huh? Let's look at this before we go to more TikTok stories. But this is one of the cases that's going to make it hard to find them because they're going to be, oh, they're considered at 14. That's going to be an issue. Um, okay, they ain't really showing nothing, but they're telling you what you can do. Never let your child ride alone. I heard people have tasers for their kids, for their teenagers. They mostly get iPhones for tracking because it's easier to track the children instead of getting a app and trying to track them. I've heard that. So those are things. Let's go to video. Okay. Okay. Let's look at another video. 50 kids were missing.
Tripping because I'm annoyed that the ice cream man is parked outside my house at 9 o'clock at night. That's creepy.
Okay. Let's see if we can get some more videos. And I don't even think it's just children missing. Okay, here go another one.
Now we have some new video tonight of some terrifying moments for a local family when their toddler was abducted in the Fair Oaks Mall. Fairfax County Police are sharing this new surveillance video. It shows the suspect walk into a children's play area, and moments later, a little girl walked out. Watch closely. He followed shortly behind her and then casually picked her up.
It's just a conversation that every kitchen table has to have. Not in an alarming way, but in an educational way. And I tell my kids, and they're all older now, that no is both a complete sentence and an answer. So our children have to be able to say loudly and clearly to any stranger just the simple term no.
Now we have some new video.
Okay, and that just happened on the 31st. I'm gonna say this, like I told y'all before, Virginia is close to Washington, DC, I believe. I've been in Virginia numerous times. With them taking the protocols and things that they're doing to focus on Washington, don't think for 1 second that they're not going to be, they can't focus on these kids because of what's going on. Okay, we just going to be honest. It affects. We're just going to be completely honest. So this happened July 31st. I don't know if that little girl was returned. I'm not sure. I'm going to look for more. But they're saying that this guy video is fake. So let's look.
There's misinformation going around about the 80 kids that went missing in 12 days in Virginia.
What do you mean 80 kids in Virginia have went missing in the past 12 days? Who the fuck is finding these kids and stealing them?
Now, I don't know how they think it was fake when the news reporter everyone said from August 3rd to now, okay? Or whenever it was with the 12 days, there were a numerous of 80, from 80 to 80, I think she said 83, 85. So I'm still trying to figure out how it's a lie. Everybody want to downplay what's really going on. I'm going to tell you what I've learned about people. We are in real life. Look at it. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to look at it. It can't be true. In denial. Y'all got to give them people that's in denial some time to catch up, because that's when it'll start to catch up.
It's fast.
All 80 of those children were not abducted. In fact, majority of them have been found because they're runaways. That 80 children report is the weekly report of all of Virginia, not just one part of Virginia. This year alone, 3,000 children missing reports have been filed in Virginia. Out of that, only 141 have still not been found because majority of them are just running away from home. Don't get it twisted though. 100 children being missing is still an issue, but you guys are trying to say 80 kids have been abducted by ice cream trucks driving around at nighttime. That's not true. The weekly average of missing children report in Virginia ranges between 80 and 90, and majority of them are always found because they're just children who have run away or parents just filing child missing reports because they.
Now we just saw the lady say that there were ice cream trucks at late at night at 9 o'clock riding around in front of her home and sitting there. We just saw her say that. Listen, I know they don't want to believe it and they want to, maybe he did stretch it, but let's be honest. And I think what people are missing the quotation of, look at what we're going through and children are missing and how close Virginia is to Washington. Why do you think that's a coincidence? Like, let's be clear.
The kid did not come home on time. But instead of telling the truth, you guys are spreading misinformation on TikTok to have people in a panic, freaking out, thinking that there's an ice cream man monster going around Virginia snatching up kids. Now, I do hope those 100 children that are missing out of the whole year are found. But to sit here and lie and say, oh, 80 kids just magically gone missing and no one's doing anything about it, that is a complete lie.
Yep, your children are being surveilled 24/7 right now as they are being taken with no one doing anything to stop it. And if you see these vans, it's too late. People were terrified after the missing kids report in Virginia showed not only almost 100 kids missing in just the last few days in just one town, but they were being helped by the police. Hunting videos show unlabeled white vans playing ice cream truck music driving around town from 9 p.m. into the late hours of the night, into empty parking lots, empty parks, and even parked outside of homes at night, all happening around the same time the missing children reports keep going up, with not only no Amber Alerts being sent out at all, but the police are refusing to stop this. Many police officers have even stopped responding to those who called and say no kids are missing at all, and the reports are all from once missing kids that have now returned. But parents are saying otherwise.
State police say many of those children are missing because they ran away from home, and usually they return home not long after being reported missing.
While this is just a theory, it's still very strange. Yep, your children are being surveilled 24/7 right now as they are being.
That is very strange. I don't think people understand. Let me tell you something. I live in the state of Texas. Let me stop sharing and share back. The last Amber Alert that we received was in July before they fired everybody. If there are children missing in Texas, we don't know because we ain't never got an Amber Alert. And I think people are missing the point that more would be record if he would have never sit here and took away the federal funding for Amber Alerts. Baby, my phone used to ring heavy with an Amber Alert. Baby, I ain't got an Amber Alert and I don't know when. And most of these parents take their children who lost them, they take them back and go across the border with them. I haven't seen one Amber damn alert about these damn kids. In Texas, get Amber Alert like crazy. Not one. Y'all don't find that suspicious? I know y'all want to sit here and go, no, it could be happening. It could be happening. And if they're coming back, they should answer your question of what's really going on. Like, nobody investigating this is going to be even harder because you don't have it's a hot darn mess. The weather been acting as a lie. It rained and don't show it's raining when it's supposed to rain. On top of that, you got Amber Alerts not going out. You got it's so much stuff going on. You kind of like, what is it? You lost and confused because of chaos. So it's like, Is it true? Is it not true? And I think they're trying to downplay it because their main focus right now is what's really going on instead of what's really going on. And I think that is the thing. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think we're being bamboozled. And they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes because we know that they want to hide things and they don't want to bring out the truth. And when you do stuff like that, it makes people harder to kind of believe you and be on your side. So I just want to give that an FYI. Yeah, it's trying to go like, oh, anything dealing with children, we're not going to discuss. We're not going to discuss. That's what it's giving. But there are missing people. And I feel like everybody want to say it's fake news. I'm going to say this. You got to be mindful. You got to be careful. You got to go click on the link. Everything can't be fake news. With everything that's going on and the attention that they want things to go at, it cannot be fake news. Like we thought, and I have some new stuff about Janiyah Mcmichaels. I'm sharing this, but with that, they haven't been looking for her. The FBI was supposed to be opening her case. The FBI is so busy in another state that they're not focused on anything about Janiyah Mcmichaels. I want to put that out there. Virginia probably don't have their whole police department, allegedly. Who knows? And their police department is probably in another state right now. I'll let y'all let that sink in. Let's cover it up and hide it because we have to. I guarantee you, in the next couple of years, we're going to hear how so much was covered up and hidden, and it was true because of the fact was that they want to sit here and keep the focus off of it. Y'all are going to be really surprised when we get to that point. You're going to be mad. You're going to be pissed. If you supported that sucker, you're going to be pissed. You're going to be so mad. You're going to be upset. Let's see if I can find. But yeah, if you pay attention to the some of the things that we need to help find children of that nature, is not equivalent to any Amber Alerts. I haven't heard of one, and if you guys know, yes, Abbott is over the state of Texas, and Mr. Kiss Butt, yeah, everybody call him that. We're not gonna act like nobody don't. It's okay. I do too. Let's see. See if I can expand it. Let me go to her page. She always have you ain't gotta restore no messages right now. I'm trying to find something. I follow her group. Missing person updates. And she has been going live about Janiyah Mcmichaels. And it's so much coming out that, let me see if I can go to her thing. And it's being taken away from her, and I feel like it's sad. Janiyah is, they believe that she was being trafficking by the older man, the mother's girlfriend father. Okay, allegedly that's what they believe. And the last time they saw him, they said that she was well, but they saw him with her going. They saw him getting, having her follow him. If you get my drift. And remember when I said a couple of months ago, the grandma was working with the FBI, working with the federal agents to try to get them, try to dig into what the mother knows. When the grandmother went to go try to find things and bring the federal agents to go find them things, the mother and the girlfriend went chaotic with the father. The grandmother was with the father at the time to do that. So, yeah, it's Let me see, is it loading? No, she's just saying that she had one. She went live to last night, but they are still trying to find Janiyah. There's some things about Janiyah's mother that is coming out. Oh yeah, I did heard about the mom. I know I'm gonna do one too about the pregnant mom who was ran over and pewed to death by her boyfriend with baby father because she ended their relationship. We're gonna talk about that. So sad. There's another child missing in Indiana. Okay, here we go. I want to give a little update on Janiyah. We haven't talked.
And traffic in Lord Lost and Unsolved. I thank you all so very much for taking time out of your busy schedules and evening and tuning into this live stream today. I would love for you to begin sharing this live stream with your family members and your friends. I would love for you to share this live stream with any missing person groups that you are a part of at this time. I would like for you to begin sharing this live stream with any unsolved missing person groups, unsolved homicide groups. We have a lot of unidentified person groups that do a lot of work, especially on Facebook. They work very hard to help to uncover the identities of individuals who have been found across the country. These individuals have been found deceased. They've been found under all sorts of circumstances and various stages of decomposition. They have decomposed and that sort of thing. And so these groups, they put in a lot of work to help to identify the unidentified. So thank you all so much for the work that you're doing. You're helping to identify our Jane Does, our John Does, and there's a lot of work, a lot that goes into it. So I'm grateful for those groups. Janiyah Mcmichaels has been missing from Gary, Indiana. She's been missing from Gary, Indiana, based on what we know, since August 11th of 2024. She's still missing. Today's date is August 16th of 2025. There are rewards that is currently being offered. So the first reward that's being offered, I'm going to go into the first reward, is USPA nationwide security. I'm typing this in now. Okay, and I'm going to put Janiyah right now. All right, so USPA nationwide security, they're offering a $10,000 reward. USPA, what? This screen on this computer is so sensitive, y'all. All right, USPA, these people, they're offering a $10,000 reward for the location, to get the location of Janiyah. That's a separate reward, separate from what the Gary Police Department and the FBI is currently offering. Separate. I want to make sure you understand what's going on. There's a lot of dynamics here. There's a lot to this case. I've been reported on this case for a full year. There are so many twists and turns to this case. Only maybe a handful of you all have been able to keep up. Some people lost interest, and began following other cases. And so they're back. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They may be a little lost. So I want to recap and give you a clear understanding on some things, right? Just so you know, there's a difference between speculation and then opinions and then events that actually occurred versus events that has been alleged. And then there is just bona fide facts. This is what happened, right? So I'm giving you a bona fide fact. This occurred. Bona fide fact, USPA, Nationwide Security, they were the first organization to offer a $10,000 reward for Janiyah for her location before the FBI and the Gary Police Department began announcing the reward that they were going to offer, or they began offering right as late as April 28th of 2025, okay? As late as April 28th of 2025. And so Janiyah Mcmichaels was 13 years of age at the time of her disappearance. She's been missing since August 11th of 2024. She was last seen at home. She was reported missing by her mother, but conflicting accounts suggest she may have disappeared earlier, and her grandmother claiming no contact since June. Missing, lost in traffic. The executive producer, which is me, you're listening to me right now. Hi, hello, I'm Pebbles Wilson. Based on conversations I had behind the scenes with Janiyah's grandmother, I concluded that Janiyah's grandmother was not being completely honest about the last time that Janiyah was seen. I just used common sense. It took me a while to come to terms with it. I was shocked. I didn't want to believe what the conclusion that I made. But I had to come to terms with the fact, I'm going to say the fact, based on her responses to me, that it is quite possible that Janiyah's grandmother was fully aware of where her granddaughter was on August 11th. Although she may not have been in the same room with her on August 11th. She possibly didn't see her on August 11th because that's something that she's going to revert back to. I didn't see her. We didn't see her. 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 But she told me in a text message that she could not say that the same man she said S.A. Janiyah, the 63-year-old man, she said S.A. Janiyah, she said she could not say that he was lying about her granddaughter being in Portage, Indiana on August 11th. I can't say he's lying. I can't say he's not telling the truth. And y'all know, as I have done with other details that I find out, I have posted her statements for you to see, and you make your own conclusion and come to your own common sense conclusion, right, on whether or not Janiyah's grandmother was being truthful the whole time about not knowing anything about Janiyah being alive after June 4th or June 10th, or whether you come to the conclusion, oh yeah, Pebbles, she's lying about that. I have said that I don't believe that she made her granddaughter disappear, at least unless something else comes out. I have said that on the record. I'll say it again. I don't believe that Janiyah's grandmother, Dahlia James Guerrero, made her disappear. I don't believe that she unalived her granddaughter. Now, I can say that. That would be a bit harsh. It would be probably a bit unrealistic under the circumstances. So I'm going to say that's just what I believe. I don't believe she unalived her, and I don't believe she made her disappear. I believe she hindered this entire investigation. And this investigation is where it is right
now. She could have, you got to understand, the grandmother in the middle, that's her daughter, regardless of how she feel about her, and that's her grandchild. So she could have, because she don't want nothing to happen. She know if her daughter get caught with that, that's over with.
Now, mostly because Janiyah's own grandmother, along with Mcmichael family members, they refused to release incriminating recordings that they had collectively of Jasmine saying, that's Janiyah's mother, that After Janiyah disappeared, she got what she deserved.
Yep.
You know why I would say that? Because I spoke with Miss Castillo, which is an adult cousin of Janiyah, who admitted that multiple family members, Mcmichael family members, I'll post the proof tonight because the proof is always going to be in the pudding, and seeing is really believing, and y'all know y'all not believing nothing I'm talking about if I'm not producing the what? Receipts. Miss Castillo said online on Facebook, she sent me a message and she said multiple family members have these recordings of Jasmine Mcmichael saying after her daughter went missing, she got what she deserved. But when I asked Miss Castillo, would y'all as a family release those recordings? She said they did not want to release the recordings, and that is a bona fide fact. Oh, the FBI, they can seize my entire Facebook account to find out if I'm lying or telling the truth, but I got the receipts on them.
More.
To come forward with any information. On my way, I'm going to call you and I'm going to act as if I'm talking to CPS. Is Virginia around? Okay. No, not until 4:30. Okay. Don't come.
So she's reading the messages to everybody, let them know, hey, this is a message that was sent to me.
Yet. I'm about to call you. Okay. Do you have someone other than you who can pick them up? I don't want her knowing where they are going. I'm signing them over to my mom. No, I don't. What's going on? I'm 10 minutes away. What do you want me to do? I'm signing them over to my mom, but I don't want this girl to know where I'm sending them.
So that's when she was sending Janiyah and the girls away because she claimed she couldn't deal with it. Well, come to find out, Janiyah was having issues with the girlfriend, the mom's girlfriend. Janiyah would complain about that lady coming into her room and doing things to her, allegedly. This is what they say. I didn't say it. So they were trying to get Janiyah from what? Remember when the dad said, "Oh, she's not supposed to be there anyway. She was supposed to be at the grandma's house. That's where she was supposed to be. She wasn't supposed to be nowhere with the mother because of the accusations that were coming out. So it was a lot of things going on that they're trying to now hide, and it's starting to come out. They just need to tell people where their baby at, like straight up."
Yes. Base knowing where these kids at way back in June when she was thinking about getting rid of them. What's so crazy about Kiara Bates? She really didn't want that. She must be a real monster. Guess Kiara was gonna spaz completely out and beat up everything in the house, I guess. Kiara don't even have any kids. That's the killer part about it.
Yep.
I'm not about to be that, you know what I'm saying, attached to nobody else's kids when I don't have none of my own. But that's just me though.
Okay, as you can see, Janiyah Michaels told Pierce Kiara Bates be touching her and stuff. She was telling her friends, that came out too, that Kiara, which is the mom's girlfriend, was touching on her. Now, a lot of people say they believe that Janiyah could have been in Alabama because of Kiara's father, who basically is, I guess, allegedly, we're going to say allegedly, a pimp or a groomer. So that's what that was, okay? and they saw her with him that night that she went missing. Okay.
As an owner of Walton Goggins goggle glasses, I know how to make.
Let me stop sharing. All right. So basically that's just an update. I'm gonna end this live here. But I'm gonna say this. I kind of showed Dana and wanted to give an update to y'all because there is some stuff coming out, and come to find out the grandmother been knew. We kind of figured that out. But I'm gonna say this. We can't keep saying they're runaways and they're coming back home, and yes, some of them are, but why is it when children go missing, they are labeled as runaways now? Why is it that these open cases of missing children are at a halt that the FBI is dealing with because they're pushing them to other places in the United States? I'm not understanding. I'm not getting it. And there are it's a lot of FBI agents, but they're working to deal it, you know, they're working as fast as they can to do what they can with the information that is given. But why is it that they're coming up missing? What happened to the Amber Alerts? What happened to that? I've been saying that they don't care about children, but they want you to have children. But they don't care to drive the economy, but they don't care about your children. Okay, I want you to understand that. Yeah, you gotta understand. People want you to have kids for their obligation and whatever they need. Taking the rest of that, my lotion. But they don't want to sit here and care about children. And that's why it's important for you to care. Not everybody's going to care about your children and raise them like you supposed to and love and care. So, you guys, I'm going to end this live here. I will be back at 2. What time did I say that was? Let me go on my stream, y'all, and see what time I put. 2:40. Did it say 8? Oh, let me fix that, y'all. Oof, I don't know why I say 8 a.m. It's supposed to be p.m. What is today? 17th. I'm gonna have to fix that again. 2:40 p.m. I think because I'm ending this live early, we'll just go ahead and do 2:30. Hold on. We're gonna talk about the Esther Project, okay, and how it's going to affect children, communities, women, and men, okay? It's called the Esther Project, okay? It is by the same people that made Project 2025, the Heritage Project. Oh, baby, we're going to get into it. It's a lot. So hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. I will see you guys in the next 2 hours and 30 minutes. We're going to get into it, y'all. Ladies, get ready because it's scary out here. Thank you guys for watching. We get to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Later.